What is up, Bulldog Nation? Episode 78 coming at you.
Man,
Micah, they're clicking off really quick.
we gotta keep planning for 100.
Yes, we do.
I'm Micah Harris.
I'm Matt Tanner. Thanks for checking us out again this week. We appreciate very much the fact that you listen, you like, share, review, you follow us, you subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much for doing all of those things. We're now over 1,100 followers, subscribers, friends,
On
whatever the
Facebook?
heck, whatever they call it on Facebook. Yes, thank you very much. And since we're doling out the thank yous, shout out to our partners, Mercy Phoenix, Mr. Jody Cheney, Mr. Tucker Cheney, for their continued support. Without them and without Dee Bizzle and David Bizzle at Greengrass Guys, we couldn't do what we do. It would make it a lot more difficult. They make it very, very easy for us to continue to do this and put out what we feel like is quality work. I'm getting better all the time at my video editing. I'm not an expert by any stretch, but I feel like it's pretty good. It's decent. It's getting better. Mr. Jody Cheney and Tucker Cheney and the whole Cheney crew there, they are with Mercy Phoenix is the name of their company. They do healthcare staffing, EMTs and EMS, but they're also doing RNs where, again, we talked about that last week. They are looking for some of those folks in this general
Area.
and the region, so to speak. They are, I think it was Illinois from what I recall.
The last couple I've seen are from Illinois.
Yeah. And so if you're looking for a job, or if you're needing their company to provide some healthcare staffing for you, they are the people to contact. And you can reach them on their Facebook page, send them a message, or email them, or on at mercyphoenix.com. And Mercy is MERCI, and Phoenix like the city. Our other partner, Greengrass Guys, your local turf management specialists, and boy, are they good at what they do as well. They take care of all the local athletic fields, especially for the school. Check out the football field, the baseball field, soccer field.
Junior Babe Ruth.
The junior high baseball, softball, all of that. They look fantastic, and it's because of their expertise, their hard work. You know, when we had Dee on, a month ago or whenever it was, or however long, I texted him one night, was wanting something, and he's like, "Yeah, come out here." And it was like 8 o'clock at night, and he was out working. So, you know,
I think he works in the morning and the evening. So maybe
he works all day.
Yeah,
he works all the time, and so.
Well, he said he had people all the way up to Farmington, or not Farmington, but St. John, wasn't it?
Yep.
I think.
Yeah. Yep, and I think all the way down to the Bootheel, all the way down to the.
Yeah, because he said this is kind of the central location.
Mm-hmm. Kind of emanates from Sikeston, which is his hub.
All the way over past Poplar Bluff.
Though. Yep. So he's got his hands full, and of course now he's heavily involved with the rodeo.
I bet.
And speaking of that, this is our guest this week, Mr. Isaac Quick, who is the current rodeo chairman, and we are honored and thrilled to have him on here with us to talk about this year's episode of the rodeo, and he'll give us some behind the scenes and what to expect and some history, and talk about Isaac himself, who is his brother Jeremiah was the rodeo chairman back in 2021.
Okay.
So some interesting things to note. Isaac's a great guy. I've got to know him just because of the bank's involvement, with Veterans Night and things like that. Really got to know Isaac, and look forward to getting to know him more, especially from tonight. Again, shout out to our hosts, our partners, Greengrass Guys and Mercy Phoenix. Shout out to Luke. He is now on duty. He will have our graphics up here when Isaac gets on here. Shout out to him for doing that. Erin, the hostess with the mostest, and she's probably up there entertaining Isaac.
Probably about now.
As we speak, yep. We anticipate him being here in just a little bit. Justin, our general nuisance. Shout out to him for being just a jerk all the time. And no, I'm kidding. We give him a hard time.
I just hung up with him.
Yeah, he's a jerk. I agree. That's fine.
He was actually pretty nice today.
Yeah, he must have had a moment. Shout out to Tucker Cheney with his help with me with his video editing. We appreciate it very much. Derek James, Brian James for their
knowledge and sharing that with us.
Yes, sports knowledge, history, lore.
Southeast Missouri knowledge. I mean,
all things sports.
Speaking of that, wasn't Sunday's guest, or this week's guest, was pretty cool. I mean, like
Chad was awesome.
He was. It was awesome.
And I don't know if you've seen our YouTube video yet. If you had a chance to check it out, I've got a clip of him playing ball against Arkansas.
I seen that.
I put it in there.
I seen it on Facebook today.
Yeah, it was on one of the reels. Yep, that I put out. Yep. It's pretty cool. It took me a minute to figure out how to do it. A lot of Chat GPT, a lot of Googling, a lot of how the heck do I do this kind of thing, and it walked me through it. And so I had to I literally had to screenshot it on my phone. Yeah. You know how you record your screenshot and then text it to myself and put it on my desktop.
If you haven't watched or listened to that this week, go back and listen to
it. Yeah, Chad's a really, really nice guy.
Yep.
I'm glad we got to know him a little more. Like I said, I've known him for a little bit, but it's cool to kind of hear some of his backstory.
Right.
Yep.
There's things in there I definitely didn't know. I mean.
Yep, for sure. And last but not least, shout out to Tyler Anderson, Twisted Arrow Woodworking, and our cool sign on the wall. We appreciate that. Micah, who you got for shout outs again?
My wife, of course.
Of course.
She's always supportive of me coming and doing this, and that's pretty well about right now. That's about all I got right now.
All right. I'll give a shout out to Miss Terry Reginald. She listens every week. She's a faithful listener, and she messages me from time to time. And she had a question about something, and I said, "Hey, thanks for listening." She said, "Always." So we'll give her a shout out this week. Terry, thank you for listening.
We appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
We appreciate all of you listening.
Absolutely, we appreciate everyone, 100%.
And like I said, you want to shout out, probably stop one of us and tell us.
Absolutely. If you see one of us, tell us, "Hey, we like listening to it." And so
we like to hear those things. So.
Absolutely. Send us a message. It'd be great. Again, don't forget to like, share, follow, review, subscribe, all those things on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You'll see the reels and all those things coming out. Please continue to do that. You can catch our podcast, this one and all the other episodes on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and you can listen on our
embedded player
in the embedded player on our website at thedoghouse.buzzsprout.com. If you need to email us, our email is doghouse.sikeston@gmail.com. Send us a message there, and I get it on my phone. I'm happy to respond. And if you want to partner with us, give us a shout. We'd be happy to sit down and discuss it with you. And we've got some more shirts in now, and we're still looking at some other swag that's possibly coming. So if you're interested in all that, please give us a shout. And we'll be right back with our guest, and just stick with us through the break. All right, we are back with our, Micah, not one guest,
but
not two guests, but
three
guests. So as we were talking about in the first half of the show that Mr. Isaac Quick is here, and he is here, but about the time I was saying that, my phone lit up from Isaac and said, "I'm on my way. I'm bringing help. John and Jeremiah are with me," or something along those lines. So now we have Mr. Isaac Quick, Mr. John Leible, Mr. Jeremiah Quick, and I will introduce them so we can get started, and then we'll have them tell us what they're doing right now. The Sikeston Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo is one of the biggest events of the year in Southeast Missouri, but putting on a rodeo of this size takes months of planning, countless volunteers, and plenty of work behind the scenes. Joining us today are past rodeo chairman Jeremiah Quick, current co-chair John Leible, and current rodeo chairman Mr. Isaac Quick. They're here to give us an inside look at what it takes to prepare for the 2026 Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo, the responsibilities that come with leading the event, and why generations of Jaycees continue giving their time to to keep this Sikeston tradition going strong. Isaac, John, Jeremiah,
welcome to the doghouse.
Welcome to the doghouse.
Thank you.
Did you ever think you were going to be happy to be in the doghouse? I don't know. That still may not be true. I know Isaac was he was fretting a little last time I talked to him. I'm like, "It's all good, man. It's all good." Tell us your quote. What you just said. You're a lineman and you weren't what?
Failed English, pretty good at French.
I'll let our listeners figure out exactly what he means, but I think you can figure it out pretty quick. Guys, first of all, thank you for spending your time to be here. I know
we're 2 weeks away. Is it
14 days?
Huh?
14 days.
14 days. Yeah.
14 days. Yeah. It's usually all hands on deck now, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's I guess I'll clean this up a little bit. Buttholes and elbows. Is that what they say?
No doubt.
Yeah.
So what's going on out there right now? What are you guys doing to get ready? What's the work being done right now?
Lot of getting ready in different areas. So we've expanded a lot of our fencing. We've built a couple new buildings. So getting them rodeo ready right now is kind of key. Speaking of fencing, we just put up a fence last week. It was up 24 hours and got ran through. So they're putting the fence back up today.
Oh my gosh!
But a lot of cleanup. You know how the grounds gets through the year. We use it a few days out of the year, so it tends to be grown up. And
imagine mowing's been kind of a big with
all the rain.
All the rain. I mean, like
usually you're not worried about rain right now, but
about every 3 days,
we
get a couple inches.
Isn't that crazy? This time of the year for sure. What? Tell us. Do you mind telling us about the buildings that are up? That you, I know of one, but I want you guys to talk about. I didn't know there was another one that you were speaking of.
We for several years now we needed to redo our calf pens, so that was a need before the wind made us rebuild it. But
so you didn't have any choice with that, was what you're saying?
Pretty well, and we used the same building and same style as the new hay barn there. And so trying to give ourselves a little more room for our vendors and whoever else that we have in there.
So where is that one?
That's over by E&T Barn by Mr. Lynn's stand there, the
concession stand, and between the concession stand and ticket office.
Oh, okay. And then you've got another big building around, I'd say around back is what I would
Yeah, east side. That's the hay barn. So the big deal with that this year is our after party. That's new. So as soon as entertainment's over, everybody will hopefully rush over to the hay barn, and we'll have an after party until 1:30.
Or
whenever
whatever.
closed.
Is there a question mark like from end of the rodeo to question mark kind of thing? I guess.
Or is there a shutdown hour or something that
Not if you ask the ATF. Is it?
ATF.
Yeah, the liquor control is serious about that. So
Is it 1:30 or whatever it is?
1:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes sense why you set it up that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the hay barn was built because.
Well, one thing that we was trying to pull back in here and capture patron experience. So
Okay.
this is a general admission area. There's no extra ticket needed. Throughout the day, our East Beer stand moved into this building. There's a stage on the other end where there will be some live music throughout the day when the gates open, and then they'll go to house sound, and then we'll have bands and DJs at night.
Okay. So I saw somebody kicking it off Thursday, or who's the band that's coming in? I saw, or that's the first after party. Excuse me. Is that Wednesday?
Wednesday. That's Next of Kin.
Okay.
Is the name of that band.
And that's the first after party.
Correct.
I guess that you're talking about.
Correct.
Okay. And then a little, as I say, shameless plug, Double Take. My son's band will be doing, I guess, a pre-gaming, as we say, Saturday before the rodeo, right?
Correct. Gates open about 5, and they'll kick off then and play till national anthem. So
That's 7-ish, something like that. 6:45.
pretty cool idea.
Yeah, this is first year I recall anything similar to that. Is this?
first time.
Yeah. Does anybody want to take credit for that? Really? Nice. That's great. That's great. I think that's a terrific idea. I hadn't considered that, but I guess everybody's there to have a good time, right?
no doubt.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Isaac, tell us your, and I'm gonna ask each of you this. kind of your route through the JCs and kind of how you got to this point? I know there's sort of a, maybe not a defined plan, but there's a defined way to understand to get to the rodeo chairman, right?
When I first joined, I never had planned on trying to be rodeo chairman. Through other guys, I seen the work that it took, and I had other things going on, and wasn't willing to dedicate the time and everything that it takes. And then, like, I'll back up. I started showing up at the rodeo grounds about 2013. That's when my brother had joined, and 2014 I actually joined and worked in different areas and was good with just being a helping hand.
Yeah.
And then
And don't overlook that, because guys that do that that's got to be the backbone of it.
no doubt, we need every one of them.
Yeah.
We have several. We've got, I don't even know our membership number right now.
Active about 170.
So you got 170 volunteers.
Right.
You need every one of them.
Absolutely. And plus you've got other people that, I mean, the Boy Scouts are cleaning up stuff and all. I know you got a bunch of other things that do that. Yeah.
No doubt. I was there for a couple of years. Got my feet wet a little bit. Got used to being around some of the guys. Got talked into running for executive board, club side.
Okay.
So I sat on the executive board and then chaired a couple more areas for a rodeo. And then kind of just sat back for a few years. It was usually at that time, if somebody's going to run for chairman, that's when they will run to be on the rodeo board. And I sat back for a couple of years, and I even had told Jeremiah when he had tried to push me before, I'm like, man, I just don't see me doing that. There's a lot of work there. I just don't see me doing that. And things changed a little bit, and I got a little more involved and with rodeo. End up running for rodeo board, and it was probably my first year on the rodeo board. I sat back and said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend this much time out here. There's no reason. I'm going to step up and do all I can. This place has gave me so much. The friendships out there, got guys that's like, brothers that will do anything for you. Mm-hmm. Stepping back and seeing that, I made my mind up then. Gonna go for it. So
Okay.
we did it. And now we're 2 weeks out. So no regrets.
Right. John, what about you? What's your role through all that look like?
Yeah, so I moved to town in 2013, not from Sikeston. I had some guys that I met in town said, hey, you really want to meet some people? You need to join the JCs. It's a good place for young guys to get out there and meet a lot of people and get involved in the community. So I don't know if it was the same meeting, but it was pretty close to the same time Isaac and I joined in 2014 and got involved from there and got a few months in, and someone said, hey, you're good with numbers. Maybe you should run for treasurer.
Oh, my gosh.
I said, well, so what all does that involve? And I said, well, can you balance a checkbook? I said, yeah. They said, you're in. So
So there wasn't much running, sounded like. Yeah,
it was more voluntold. So
Right.
got into it and kind of worked my way up the executive board, was eventually club president, and then on the rodeo board for a few years. And I took a break for a little bit, got off the rodeo board for a little bit, and then kind of felt the call to come back. Once I got back on the board, I kind of started getting the itch of, hey, I think that's something I want to do, and I think I can help keep growing our rodeo. Make some good decisions and work with the guys around us, and we can keep doing some good things. And talked to a few guys, got some advice from them, and then eventually ran for it. So.
Am I understanding correctly?
Doesn't that you have to run for will you be running for the board president next year, or
No, so you'll run for the co-chairman, and then as co-chairman, your next step is you automatically go into being chairman.
okay? I was thinking there was something. I remember talking about that last.
So
year,
yeah, so you are next year's
Correct. Yeah.
chairman.
Pretty well 3-year obligation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you'll be co-chairman, chairman, and you'll serve as past chairman on the board. So.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, I had to get the permission from the chairman at home.
Of
about
course.
that, so.
I was just going to say, you've all got chairman, you've got to ask, of course.
Yeah.
Because it's not only it's a lot on you, but it's going to be a lot on your
Family.
wife and your kids and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's huge.
They pick up a lot of slack at home when
Of
we're
course.
out there. So,
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, you said a 3, okay, passed. Don't you have to be on the rodeo board first? Is that right?
Mhm.
President of the rodeo board or just on it?
Just on it.
Okay. And it's elected from the
From the club.
okay, from the
Yeah,
club itself,
Yeah.
from the okay. And so you're coming in, Jeremiah, what was your path? What did it look like?
Very hot, very long. I joined in 13, got on the, I guess 14 probably, got on the executive board, served as secretary
For the club?
for the club. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Did that twice. What was it? Community development.
Mhm.
Served on that. You have to serve on the executive board before you can be eligible to serve on the rodeo board.
Okay.
You have to be a dues paid member with the Jaycees for 4 years before you can be eligible for the rodeo board.
Okay.
You have to chair so many areas or co-chair so many areas before you got to get your points. So
Okay.
ran really hot, jumped on the rodeo board, served a 3-year term, and then ran for chairman. Was co-chairman in 20 and was chairman in 21.
So who was the chair in 20?
Travis Deere with COVID.
I was just getting ready to say,
Yeah.
I was talking about, who was I talking? Oh, I've got one of the guys from our bank. He was down here today, and he's actually coming back to the rodeo. He's in Farmington. And we were talking, we just started talking about the 20 rodeo. And I remember telling Aaron when you guys announced Nelly, because I think ZZ Top and somebody else backed out. And
Everybody.
yeah. I told Aaron.
So
my
you were
wife,
co-chairing during all that then?
Yes, sir.
I said, what they're doing right now is either going to absolutely be a grand slam or they are going to just flop. And fortunately, and I say fortunately,
We hit home runs.
you did.
Yeah.
No. You hit grand slams
Yeah.
out of the park. And it was a wild success. And I at the end of the day, what could have been headwinds, you turn that into something that you, like, they always say a plane takes off into the wind, right? And you had some headwinds, and man, you guys used that. I feel like that was a watershed moment. I literally said that today. I had no idea you were coming on, but felt like that was a watershed moment for the Jaycees.
That changed how we rodeo in Sikeston.
Yes.
That was the biggest event in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
One of the biggest events in the United States.
Yeah.
Maybe the world. Everybody was doing nothing and we
Right.
were just hammering down.
Yep.
And that
Heck,
changed.
Parsons was there.
Yes.
The governor came.
No
Yeah.
social distancing.
Well, we're Missouri, a lot of other states shut down and we were trying to party. So.
I think that summer, sometime after July 4th, someone asked me, said, "When are you guys going to decide if you're having the rodeo?" And I said, "I don't know when that decision point was, but we're way past that now." So,
In 2019, we knew we had to have another one next year.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. That was, in general, to have the rodeo. I don't want to get way down a rabbit hole, but I was like, man, I'm tired of this. They didn't have like the NCAA basketball tournament. They didn't have the
Baseball wasn't playing.
baseball, all these. And I'm like, what is going on? And you guys said that, and I'm like, thank God there's somebody that's got a little bit of common sense around here. We may not be geniuses, but we got some common sense around here, I feel like.
Welcome to Scott County.
No, I mean, serious.
Absolutely.
Southeast Missouri kind of in
Yes.
general, but anyway. I thought that was a watershed moment for you guys. Congratulations on that.
It seemed like the rodeo has really grown a lot even since then. I mean,
That was a turning point, during that time, and even following up for the next year or two, a lot of stuff wasn't open. So you had a lot of people that, instead of going on vacation that year because everybody else was shut down, they come to Sikeston. We really expanded our reach in, about every state that touches Missouri.
even
So-
even in 2020, there was some visitors that I was just happened to talk to some of our patrons and asked them where they were from. They said they were from Arizona, and I said, "Well, why did you come all the way from Arizona to our rodeo?" And they said, "Well, we've always wanted to come here, but we always have a rodeo we go to the same time. They canceled it, so this is our opportunity to come to Sikeston." So,
Wow.
yeah.
I will tell you, I did some business, and this has been over 10 years ago, with a customer that had some real estate, owned some real estate in Montana, and we needed to get a Montana attorney to help us with some of the legal things of filing a deed. Every state's a little bit different how they put liens on property in the states, and so my local attorney, I mean, we basically just, I don't know that we use the yellow pages anymore, but we kind of looked at a list and just, pointed. And this guy, I think because he was close to the town that we were in, we called him up. He's like, yeah, I can help you. And we talked a lot. And then he's like, no, where are you guys from? And we're like, man, we're in southeast Missouri, a town called Sikeston. He goes, where the rodeo is? I was like, what? I'm like, how in the heck? He goes, oh, dude. He goes, we got tons of rodeos out here. Everybody knows about Sikeston. I'm like, are you kidding me? So this guy was 1,500 miles away and heard about it. So that's the influence that you guys have, that people essentially all over the country. Arizona is probably just as far, maybe further, to have that level of influence. So we talked about some new buildings. Tell us about the everybody wants to know about the entertainment. Tell us about the entertainment that's coming. How not necessarily specifics, but how did kind of all that work out? How does that, what's the behind the scenes? Are you guys involved with that? I know you got a committee that kind of does that, but.
That's correct. I'll let Jeremiah touch on how we got with the group that we're with now, because he was involved with that. But we started, every year we start, John's already on next year, but
wow.
Every year we start leading up to rodeo, already trying to book acts.
Wow.
And actually, before rodeo last year, I have 2 or 3?
Yeah,
two, I think, at least 2 booked.
They didn't tell us who they were, but I think they said when
You
We
introduced a couple,
We
right?
announced on Saturday night, I believe.
Yeah.
and that was a big difference this year too. I mean, like the way y'all didn't really have the build up of like March, and y'all released.
Oh,
that
heck,
early.
you were sold out in March or April.
We sold our first night in January.
Wow.
Yeah, it was January. Or at least we'd ever been sold out on night.
Yeah.
Friday night, Hudson Westbrook, and I thought so. The first night's Tucker Wetmore. I thought that that dude would lead it, and when I was watching ticket sales, and this young cat we released, and he was selling tickets left and right. So that was a home run with him for sure. But then you have Thursday night. Blake Whiten.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't know if that was Witten or Whiten.
right.
Yeah.
You can say it either way.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
And then Saturday night you have Braxton Keith and that Mexican OT.
Yeah. Yeah. Outstanding. So Friday, Saturday, sold out, standing room only now? Mm-hmm. Is that essentially where we're at?
That's where we're at.
I know last year I talked to Clay Driscoll on Saturday night, and he said you were at 108% or something like that. Or do you have numbers like that you could share with us for this year for the rodeos?
I believe we're at 103 on Friday and 102 on Saturday right now, and we're getting pretty close to 90% right now on Wednesday. So if there's just a few tickets to be bought,
right? Thursday got a few more tickets.
Shaping up nice. We're 60-something%, I think, already on Thursday. So
okay, and there's I guess traditionally there's a lot of walk-ups and week of and stuff like that. Of course, if you're wanting Friday and Saturday, you might be out of luck.
If they're available, you'll have a few walk-up, but
yeah, well, right. Okay,
but we still have people show up wanting to buy tickets, even with sold-out signs sitting out front. It happens.
What do you tell them?
They come in and ask for the secret tickets.
Is that what they say? The secret tickets? Yeah. I guess it's hard turning down money, but at some point you
got to. I mean,
well, we want to keep the fire department happy. So.
That's what I was saying.
So let's talk a little bit about. I know you've had a few things. You backed that fence up on the
east
north.
Side.
Is that the?
Oh. Shoot club side.
Yeah, shoot club side. Okay, north side. What was the reasoning for that? Was that because I said we need to put a tent out there?
That was one of the big reasons. Y'all have been cramped with different nights out there. Shoot Club has needed more room for a couple years now, and then we had that conversation and
Last fall, yeah.
and gonna add a tent in there, air conditioned tent, expanding Shoot Club a little bit. So that helped make that decision. So we have a little more room for people now. And the east side, the fence went out. I don't know. It probably went out 100 feet,
Oh,
80
geez.
feet to 100 feet, something
Wow.
like that. So
So the gates coming in on that side.
east gate, yeah, it moved.
pushed
it
out?
moved way out.
Okay.
Did that
Which-
affect parking or any? I mean, like,
Not really. The only parking it affected is we set up a few guys that tow trucks and crane and stuff like that in that area. We had to push them back just a little bit, but for the most part, we're still good on parking.
So we talked about this a little bit earlier when we were upstairs before we came down here, and we asked if it was okay for y'all to talk about this. You got maybe
future plans.
some future plans, kind of. They're not too future. It's going to be just in a couple of weeks for those babies start. From what you guys told us,
within a month.
yeah. Do one of you guys mind talking about that?
Yeah, I've spent a lot of hours on that past several months.
So we got the expert with us, and perfect.
Yeah. So with the folks that we hired in Nashville, they've helped advise us on things over the years. Not
This
just
is
book
like a
entertainment.
talent booking, so to speak.
Yeah, Romeo Entertainment Group is the name of them. They help us book all of our entertainment, but we've talked about it for a long time that we need to do a permanent stage, and just we never really sat down and tried to figure it out. And in a conversation with our booking agent there, she had mentioned it a few times, a completely unrelated conversation, and mentioned our stage a few times. So I said, okay, let's back up and talk about this. And she had mentioned that we needed to do some kind of permanent stage, and that we were having difficulties booking the level of entertainment that we've gotten recently. And it was just going to get worse as time went on. So
When you say problems booking, they didn't want to play on the stage that we currently have, basically.
some of them, there was getting more and more than that. They didn't like the mobile stage. It was uncovered and a few things, and so that turned into just a what if conversation, and those snowballed into a large project that we have now. So we'll be completely taking out kind of if you think of our arena as a baseball diamond, where the buck and shoots are, it's going to home plate. So we'll be taking out everything at home plate and rebuilding it, expanding our deck area, expanding the cattle barns, seating area, and kind of redoing our buck and shoots there, and then building a permanent stage in that area. So it's going to be a big project, but it's a good long-term investment for us.
So how will that affect like setup for the stage and stuff like that?
Oh, it'll make it a lot quicker. So right now, when they get there on site, they have to get everything unloaded from their trailer, get it on our stage. And if you've ever seen it before, it's out in the arena. It folds up kind of like a taco. So they have to kind of Tetris everything on there, fold it up, pull it out, unfold it, set everything up, do their sound check, and then reverse all that and pull it back out. So now we'll have a loading dock behind it where they can back right up, they can set everything up, sound check, and just walk away and leave it.
So will they be able to use some of their lighting or anything like that? Like,
oh yeah, they'll
I mean,
have more of their production equipment they can use too.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot better production quality for them. And then when it's time for the concert, the rodeo's over and time to put on the show, there's no pulling the stage out and setting everything up. It's all ready to go.
And that's a 20 minutes, 30 minutes kind of thing.
45 minutes or so, and then,
Yeah.
so
By the time you start and get everybody out there and get set up, get the thing pulled out there. So now may cut down on beer sales.
well,
that's kind of what I was going to say.
if the beer guys call us and beer stand guys call us and say they're backed up, we may pause a little bit and give them a few minutes.
After party,
True.
more time.
Yeah.
True.
And now that's included in the price of the rodeo too, or is that additional?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's included. I mean, they'll have to keep buying the food or
Right.
whatever afterwards, but the ticket, so to speak, is included in that as well.
That's pretty good.
So is there
Nice.
So you have Next of Kin Wednesday. Are there other bands that you're going to announce, or are you doing like DJs or house music or whatever?
Thursday is John D. Hill.
Okay.
And then Friday and Saturday is
Country night.
Country Nights You ever heard of EDM?
Okay.
So they mix a lot of country music.
Okay.
So big thing out of Nashville right now. So
Okay.
we're giving it a spin and seeing how it goes over.
Well, this won't come out till Saturday, and your social media will probably hit this before this comes out. So.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now, are you having any more pre-games? I'm talking about Saturday with Double Take. They're going to play Saturday pre-game. I'm putting you on the spot here.
We have
Isaac,
a young.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We have a young guy coming out Friday, same time, 5 to whenever, 5 to 7 roughly. Hudson Reed.
Okay.
So he's got a good band there, and they're going to come out and play the opener for that, and then they'll go back to house music there.
Awesome. You're getting ready to be chairman. You've been chairman. What have you thought has been the biggest surprise, or something that you're like, oh crap, I didn't realize this? I mean, obviously you know the time input that it's going to take, or that what's been the oh shoot, or maybe something else. we're keeping this PG on here.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know that I've had too many of them, because the guys that surround us, they know what we've got going on, and there's a lot of worrying out there. I didn't expect to get the rain that we've had this year to slow our work parties and stuff like that. But no worries here.
I like it. You're like a duck, cool on the surface and paddling like crazy under the water. I get it. That's what you get. Hey, don't let them see you sweat, right? I get it. John, anything with you?
I'd say kind of two different things. One is how many problems are solved before you ever even hear about them. You know, a problem
Like
will come up.
those.
Yeah, and there's a lot of experience out there, so those guys know, hey, this is a problem, we'll take care of it, and then you hear about it afterwards when it's solved. So that's a good it was a good surprise to learn that. And then these guys have all warned me that how often your phone rings or getting texts or whatever, it's just constant throughout the day. So.
I try not to, but I've probably worn Isaac out a little bit, and I've already started calling John. I've talked to him earlier in the week, so it's I can only understand, and I'm just one probably of about 5,000 phone calls you get, so I can imagine that. Jeremiah, what kind of experience did you have with that?
I'm going to softball this one and throw it back to our wives. The amount of work that you don't see, that nobody sees, you're basically, my wife brought this up to me. She's like, I feel like I'm a single mom in the middle of the heat of the summer.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
They're getting the kids ready, getting them bathed and getting them to bed and getting them up and getting them here and getting them there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on out there, like those guys touched on. There's a lot of problems that get solved and you hear about it. When I was chairman, they was over there cutting and welding the bucket chutes back together. And I didn't know about it until it was all said and done. After it was all over, the concert was over, heard them talking about it. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And they showed me pictures, and I was like, oh, my God. And they was like, no, it's cool. We handled it in between events.
Right.
And
It was during rodeo that happened.
yes.
So.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, that was during the rodeo, not even before.
No, this happened like we were bucking horses, horse kicked the chute, broke it. And in between that and the timed events, they went ahead and got a welder and got torches, and they cut it. He's one of them. And fabricated it back together to get us through rodeo. And the next morning, those guys were out there and they fixed it to make it work.
Right. They just
But
patched it at the moment.
When I first heard about it, I was like, oh boy. And they was like, oh no, it's no worries. We took care of it. And that kind of stuff happens. We got a very solid crew of guys out there.
Yeah.
We got a group of guys out there that if they see a lot of our past chairmen are still heavily involved.
Yeah.
And so when they see a problem, instead of, running to the top, they're like, no, we'll do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And so those guys take care of a lot of issues for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it don't look like it from the surface, but it's a fine-tuned machine out there.
Go ahead. I want to say something about that.
Go ahead and finish that, because I'm going probably a little bit off where we're at.
It's funny you said that. Again, this guy that was in town today with the bank, and Aaron and I were at lunch with him, and we were talking, and he's coming to the rodeo again. It's the first time. And I said, you can't imagine. They're like the military. with Clay and D and their production. They've given us on our shameless plug, First State Community Bank sponsors Veterans Night on Friday. They gave us this Excel spreadsheet essentially. 657, I don't know, whatever it is, grain entry. 701. And then you're looking at it and you're like, I mean, this thing is like down to the minute of, it is, you're right. It is a fine oil. I mean, it is a impressive operation going on that the normal patron has no idea.
It's a rodeo production. We are one of the biggest rodeos. Well, we're a top 5 rodeo in the nation.
There we go.
And I mean, you can stack us up to Pendleton, Cheyenne. I mean,
Well, the real difference there, though, is they all have paid employees, and we're all volunteers. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, none of us get paid. But
You probably get paid in some ways. I bet there's.
You get a trip to Vegas every now and then.
You get, yeah. Oh, you're not going to get rich on it. Let's be real. But yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I tell everybody being JC is the most expensive hobby I have. So
Exactly.
there's a saying out there: it'd be cheaper to have a big drug habit than it would be a JC that's heavily involved, and that's the case.
That's fine.
But when you look out there, like, I mean, you don't realize it. Little town of Sikeston, you start stacking it up to these big cities. But this is a huge rodeo in a small area.
Yeah.
And just to think that it was built to play baseball in. I mean, like, as
It's
an
coming.
opportunity to bring maybe the Little League World Series, that's
Yes.
what I understood.
Is that what?
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
told us last year.
Oh, well, heck, I guess I forgot about that
Yeah,
part.
they built the arena with the hopes of having a Little League World Series, but we've turned it into a top tier rodeo.
I guess. Well, and I also remember this. It was one vote from not even happening.
That's correct.
70 whatever years ago.
75 years ago.
Yeah, the club voted and one vote put it over the top to happen.
Thank God for that one man.
Holy no kidding. I mean, obviously changing the course of events.
I'm going to kind of go back to where I was at a while
Yeah,
ago.
go ahead.
So, like, some of the things that we kind of talked about some of the things that aren't seen, but, like, even leading up to it, I mean, I'm sure you have to have meetings with, like, city officials, county, all those things. And how early in the, I mean, I know that y'all have done this many times, but there's always new things under the sun. I mean, like, to be
Wednesday of
dealt
the
with.
rodeo prior. Every night of rodeo, you're taking notes on what you can do better for the next year, what you can improve on, different things, and not necessarily what you can improve on, but if you see something, if you tweak this a little bit, it'll be better for the next go around. Every day, you're working on what you can improve for the next day, the next year.
So, have y'all implemented, like, clear bags or anything like that? I mean, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
People around here, we've had those conversations, but the best thing about being in a rural community is, for the most part, everybody behaves, and
Yeah,
you ain't got
I
to worry
agree.
about. This is a really good area. Our fans are, you don't have a lot of problems out there, and we appreciate the patrons that show up, that know how to act.
and we have a really good relationship with law enforcement.
Yeah, that's where I was
So
headed.
yeah, they the worst thing we get is a couple of drunk guys that want to square up with each other, and they get dragged out, and then everybody moves on. So, but we have a really good relationship all the way from Highway Patrol
Yeah.
down, and it's been really good.
I was just going to say my good friend Grant Williams, the lieutenant, lives a couple doors down, and he said he was out there at a meeting with you guys, like I suppose I know Highway Patrol, Scott County, New
City.
Madrid County,
DPS.
City, DPS is you can't go 10 feet without seeing some sort of law
There's
enforcement.
several agencies out there that
Yeah.
help us through the Wicked Rodeo,
And
and leading up and finishing up.
Yeah.
And they really enjoy coming to the rodeo.
Agreed.
If you talk to the guys with Highway Patrol, it's almost like a lottery to get to come down and work the rodeo. So.
Well, Grant's a good friend of mine. I've been giving him grief. I'm like, you're a lieutenant. You're the boss. You don't have to work. He's like, I'm working every night. I'm like, what the heck? So anyway, no. He enjoys doing that.
Yeah.
That's part of what he does. And I know I'm very thankful for them. They keep it safe. That's a great question. Go ahead. You have some more.
That's kind of where I was at. I was kind of just thinking along the line of all the preparation. I mean, I'm sure there's people that we don't even think about, like probably like code enforcement and all the things that go unnoticed. But I didn't know how long, if y'all started those meetings early in the year or Sound like you even started them the year before.
Yeah, I mean, like Isaac said, he started before last year's rodeo booking entertainment, and it just kind of starts on down from there. And,
I would imagine you're probably looking at entertainment already too.
oh yeah, trying to get them locked in. It's there's a lot of competition out there for these acts now, so it's difficult to get them there and get the acts that we know will sell.
Hopefully get them some information about that stage, maybe.
Yeah, as soon as it was approved by our club, I started firing off emails to our talent agents, our talent agencies. So.
And it's one thing if you were trying to put on a show, you're like, okay, we want, that Mexican OT. Okay, you tell us when you can come here.
Yeah.
It's not that. You're like, here it's 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th.
Yeah, we're not a permanent venue, so it's
Right.
not it's not like the Show Me Center where hey, you just when you're coming through, let us know and we'll book it. It's
Right.
These are our dates, and we got to try to fit you in.
Right,
So,
right. I guess that would probably create more of a challenge as well.
yeah, it does.
So kind of talking back, I mean, it sounds like the entertainment booker now, like the booking agency for that you were involved in that, I guess, whenever they first started using.
Yes, sir. We switched the way we purchase our entertainment in 21 with Romeo Entertainment Group. And,
So what do you mean you switch? What were you doing before? Kind of
so
thing?
used to we would get a hold of the so all your entertainers are booked with different agencies, and so we would directly reach out to those agencies and then try and book it ourselves, and it worked really good for a lot of years.
Yeah.
But because the market got so competitive, and the entertainment started getting sky high, we had to make adjustments, and so John was a big part of that in 21. Craig Templeton was a big part of that in 21.
I know Craig's heavily involved in that.
And has been,
Long time.
and he was the guy that shuffled that for a lot of years. But when we reach out, we actually talked to several different companies that do that, and as a board decided that Romeo was the best fit, and so.
Isn't there a lady from Jackson that's involved?
She
Or is-
was. She
what?
was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, she don't work with him no more. Nothing bad. She just,
Actually, when we talk about
Sorry.
this project for next year, she's the one that started that, and then she ended the conversation with, "By the way, I'm taking another job in a week, and good luck." So,
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I remember Kelly telling me there was a Southeast Missouri connection,
Yes.
so to speak, as well. Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
So have you ever got to? I'm just kind of thinking about. Have you ever really gotten a Southeast Missouri entertainer to come to the rodeo?
Had David Nail.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, Matt
Chris
Stell.
Jansen. Is
Oh
he-
yeah, Chris Jansen.
yeah,
That's
okay.
right. He's from Perryville.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Now Matt Stell's from Arkansas, ain't he?
He is, yeah. North
Yeah,
of
he
Arkansas.
played crawfish and then made full circle and played rodeo.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't realize he played crawfish.
Yeah, he played crawfish. I couldn't tell you what year.
Yeah.
But he played Thursday night rodeo 21.
Yeah, I remember him when he was here. Yeah, that's really cool. So, when did the mutton busting come up? And First State Community Bank is the sponsor of mutton busting too, and I'm not just
Y'all can
because
literally
of
throw
that.
out any other sponsors you want.
Shameless plug. First Midwest, if they were a sponsor, I'd throw them in there too, John.
We're gonna cut that out.
What? How'd that come about? That's a really cool event.
Well, it was
D's
I think it
year.
was D's
22.
year.
D.
Yeah.
Okay.
D had he had the idea of doing. We went to Houston's rodeo a handful of years ago, and they have a big mutton busting, and they do it every night.
Oh.
And so they do it a little different, mind you. They're a stadium rodeo,
Yes.
but they have a mutton busting every night on the fairgrounds or in the parking lot actually, and then the top 10 of those compete in the rodeo that afternoon. And so D wanted to do something similar to that, and he started reaching out and making changes and got a hold of guys, and we started doing mutton busting in 22, and we did it. We just did the downtown deal, and then we had one night of rodeo where they did the mutton busting in our rodeo, and then what was it last year? We changed it.
Yeah,
where
we
they-
changed it to all 4 nights. Well, we got such great feedback, and the patrons loved it.
I
Crowd went
love it.
crazy.
If you watch the crowd, I like to watch them when it's happening. They're as excited about that as anything else, any other event.
Isn't that
Yeah.
Well,
funny?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You're probably making a fan for life. By
I was
that.
just thinking that,
Absolutely.
I
Micah.
mean, like you're making.
I mean, those
these
kids
will remember that.
Well,
for,
watch them downtown when we do the deal. After the parade.
Yeah, August 1st,
Like-
by the way.
Our guys, and I'm one of them. You know, a lot of these kids, I mean, we know most of these kids. We know most of their parents anyway.
Sure.
But when you see a kid get out there and, you know, that sheep's just dragging him down and he's hanging on, I mean, you can't help but cheer for him. And you'll look up and you'll have our guys standing on top of the fence hollering, hang on, hang on. That's right. Yeah, it don't take long to fanboy hard. Like, it's exciting and it's fun.
Well, you talked about how, like, down in Houston, they do that in the parking lot and stuff like that. That reminded me of Slack. Has there been any changes to Slack this year, or kind of?
Good question.
We have changed. So in years past, we usually started the week out early, sometimes Tuesday, Slack, and then we would try and do it early each morning. And this year, trying to draw more, or not just more, but also better names, contestant-wise, making it as easy as possible for them guys to get here, run what they have to run, and get going. So we are back-to-back rodeo, so we'll have Slack at 4 o'clock every day.
Oh.
And they'll run their first head then for all timed events. They'll run their first head at 4 o'clock, and then the top, say, 10 guys out of that first run will be held back for the perf that night.
Okay.
And then they'll go back to redraw. Run the guys that didn't make the cut will run their second head then. Now they're still in the chase because you're going off, you know, best time.
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep whatever their best time is, and then at 7 o'clock in the perf, that's when the other guys will come back and run their second head. But we do have one morning Slack. It's barrels. So girl barrels, 8 o'clock on Thursday morning.
Okay.
But everything else is, and we're having to close it down this year. That's one downside to that. We did have a few people show up and would watch Slack in the mornings or earlier in the afternoon. But being so close to gate open time, we have to lock it down. So you get there early, you might get to see the end of Slack.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
that could be a plus.
Touch base on why that gives us better contestants, top tier cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Thank
So-
you for clarifying.
So going that route, when you get an NFR guy, there's a reason they're an NFR guy, because they're good.
Right.
And by going that route, like I said, the top 10, we pull back for the perf. Odds are the top 10 are probably everybody misses, everybody has a bad day, but you have a lot better odds of having your bigger names held back once, then
before
they're
the
in
show,
the,
so to
then,
speak.
Then you have 10,000 people watching them.
Yeah,
Right.
you're running an NFR style rodeo at that point because you have the same guys that's going to be competing in Sikeston every night are the same guys. If you go to Vegas and watch them in the Super Bowl or rodeo at NFR, those same names are going to be the same names as the Sikeston.
And why that helps get them there is that these guys, they make their money on winning at rodeos. So if they can come here and they can rope or whatever they're going to do, if they can be a part of the rodeo, then they can go hit another rodeo. And if they can win there, that gets their money up to get them to qualify for the NFL.
They can hit about 2 or 3 rodeos in a weekend that way.
Right,
I mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
especially if there's one, I don't know where the next closest one that weekend is probably, but
Lawton, Oklahoma, is it?
I was thinking it was Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So,
Mexico.
do I understand that you've increased the purse as well? What, 20%
That's
or
right.
something? Or
That's
whatever?
right. We're actually in the last 3 years or 4 years, we've dang near doubled.
Wow.
And our purse is sitting right now at $25 per event.
Wow.
$25,000
Yeah,
per
you
event.
can come to Sykes and win $25,000.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Where does that put you in the hierarchy of?
So you got to hit 100 rodeos in order to qualify for the NFL, and it's all about money.
100 rodeos
Yes,
to
sir.
qualify for
So
that?
that's why when we
Well,
say
they're
they
hitting
can-
2 or 3 a week or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So
Still.
they're only allowed 100. So anything on the other side of 100, that money does not go towards their NFR world standings.
Goes toward paying bills, though.
It does.
So they want to hit the highest paying rodeos they can.
Right, okay.
So that
Okay.
the higher paying rodeos gets them closer to the NFL.
So by having a higher purse, you
Okay.
draw bigger cowboys
Okay.
because they're chasing that first 100 to pad that number to where they qualify at in the top
So-
15 of their event.
So when does their circuit season start? Like NFR?
January.
Yes.
January.
Oh, no
Because I know it
kidding.
kind of ended in November, right?
September 30th is the last day of rodeo season.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they have NFR like in Vegas.
Well, there's
for
rodeos
Texas.
that's after September, but that counts toward. So if they rodeo in October, that will count toward 27.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can keep going and count towards next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why our rodeo is like so crucial because we're toward the end of the season. So
Yeah.
if you got cowboys on the bubble, they can come to Sikeston if they hit the $25,000 lick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference between making NFR or not for some of those guys.
What number is there? I'm a golfer, and they have a money list. I'm sure it's the exact same thing.
Yes.
You win money each week, and typically, like, they've changed some stuff now, but basically, like, the top 125 would get their card for the next
15.
year. So it's a top 15.
Top 15 go to
Okay.
the NFR.
Okay. Okay. In each event.
Each event, yes, sir. 7 events. Every guy in 7 events, our girl, we're talking about girls, the top 15 earners make it to the NFR.
Okay.
So that kind of leads me into a question about like the NFR. How do y'all maintain that relationship, and how do they help you and you help them? Like, does that make sense to you?
Well, as far as like our relationship with like people in the NFR and the Cowboys,
Yeah.
well, our stock contractor is Binion Survey, and it's Survey Championship Rodeo or Survey Brothers Rodeo.
Have they been there a while now?
2019 was their first year.
Because I remember as a kid, Rafter H Rodeo.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
In 2019, we switched to Survey Rodeo, and Survey Binion is top tier, hands down. He's a shoot boss for the NFR, which means main guy running the stock. Same way with Houston, San Antonio, I believe Denver.
Really?
He's a top 5 stock contractor every year and has been for several years.
Okay.
They've
So-
been in the rodeo business for years.
So it's important for the Cowboys to come in to know that they have good stock to perform
Yes.
with.
No doubt.
Or compete with, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you guys talk a minute about your announcer? Is it Lucia?
Anthony Lucia.
Lucia?
Yeah.
Anthony Lucia? Talk about how he's, by the way, he is outstanding. And I understand he's got some awards or something past couple of
Announcer of the
years.
Announcer of the Year at the PRCA Awards last year.
Yeah. So we're throwing out a lot of acronyms here real quick. PRCA was that at
Pro rodeo.
The
so-
Professional Rodeo Cowboys,
Cowboy
Association.
Association.
okay, and then the NFR
National Finals Rodeo.
comes from the PRCA, guys
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
PRCA.
PRCA
correct?
is like the MLB or the NFL.
Yeah,
Okay.
the NFR is the Super Bowl of the rodeo world.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, is bullfighting? It's not PRCA, correct?
No.
Correct.
So that's not at NFR.
No.
It's its own.
That's right. It's
Separate
not, it's
deal.
not a PRCA sanctioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what nights are bullfighting this year?
Wednesday and Thursday night.
Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. Bull riding every night.
Every night.
Bull riding is PRCA
Yes, sir.
sanctioned,
Yes.
correct? Okay. Okay. Just want to clarify that for those that don't know and clear it in my mind.
Well, it's clear in my mind
The
too.
difference is bull riding, they're on their back. Bull fighting, they're running away from them.
Maybe the Bulls on their back.
Speaking of bulls, did y'all see that guy on
That was a bison.
bison?
Oh, flipped him. Did you see
Yes,
that?
dude.
Yes.
What the heck?
I don't know how many times that has to happen until people get the hint, don't get near them.
Don't go.
And they're faster than they look.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all seen this. You seen Weston's latest video? One of our protection guys.
right.
I don't even know where he's at, but he posted a video I think earlier today, and a bull got him and looked just like that.
I mean, you're like a rag doll to
He's
those things.
he's 20 feet in the air, waving his arms, trying to catch himself, and slaps the ground. And he says, "I'm ready to go again tomorrow night."
Is he okay?
He's good.
Actually, if you want to see something funny, that Mexican OT, he goes to rodeos and he'll bullfight and bull ride at rodeos just because he likes it.
It ends how you think it would.
Does he have to sign a special waiver, non-indemnity, not going to hold anybody harmless? I mean, are going to hold the rodeo harmless kind of thing? Holy crap.
I just hope he doesn't ask to do it here.
Right?
Well, he's on Saturday night, right?
Oh no, bring it on.
Set the ring up just for that.
Oh,
I want him to play first.
yeah, let's get our money's worth first, and just in case.
If he wants to ride a bull, maybe we can do it at the after party.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's a little crazy if you ask me. Or let me back up. That's a lot crazy if you ask me. Talk about those guys real quick. What you call protection? They're so
you
the
have,
rodeo clowns
right.
essentially.
Well, you have bullfighters, and then you have protection guys. They're out there to protect the bull rider, the cowboy, from the bull. So once he gets either thrown or jumps off, bull's still mad. You know, it's still out there spinning. If he's up, hung up or tied up with it, they're out there to protect the cowboy, and that's their biggest job. They might play with the bull a little bit and get him spinning around and put on a show, but their job is to make sure the cowboy's able to go to the next rodeo.
Right. And by the way, again, we'll try to keep this PG. If you ever want to know why a bull is bucking or a horse is bucking, just take a look at their rear legs and just a little bit above their rear legs, and that's why they're bucking.
Well,
if you
yeah,
can,
flank strap. So.
Well, actually, so
it's
that is a common misconception. So it's basically like putting a belt on them.
oh, I thought it was
know.
squeezing something else.
It's not.
No.
I see. Okay,
So
I'm even wrong
if you
then.
if you could stand a bull up or a horse up on their hind legs, that the flank strap goes right around their flanks, which
Hold
is
on.
an area.
You have female bucking horses, so
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Well,
But if you-
that's where. Thank you, Isaac, for
There you go.
you clarified that. That's where I was headed. That's
you-
why I would be mad too.
Yeah.
I'm like, get this freaking thing off of
It's
me.
like putting a belt on too tight. They just want it off.
Oh,
So if you notice, a lot of times when the flank strap comes off, they stop.
yeah.
It's because the agitation.
Well, that's what the first thing the protectors are.
Yeah, they're trying
Yes.
to rip that
Yeah.
thing off.
Yes. Now, mind you, these bulls and these horses, they are bred to buck. Like it's in their nature.
Yeah.
It's not just because they're uncomfortable. Like it is genetics and DNA. But in order to enhance the bucking, if you watch on our rodeo when Survey runs the bred to buck program and they turn out all the horses, and you see like some of the little foals come out there. You watch them; they'll be out there bucking and kicking and carrying on. That's just in their nature. You take the best mama bucking horses and the best daddy bucking horses. Same way with cows, and you breed them, and then their babies come out, and they want to tear it up.
If you see them back in our horse pens, back where we keep the bucking horses on the back part of the property, they'll be running around just kind of bucking on their own throughout the day. They just
Really?
it's just what they do.
Well, thank you for clarifying that. I just assumed it had, hung up, and I'd be bucking too. That's what I said. You put that on me, I'll go out there and put on a show trying to get that thing off. Okay, that clarifies it. So, have you? I think I just saw you had your pageants.
we did
this past weekend.
last
is that right?
weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, and so you have Miss Rodeo.
Yeah, we junior miss, which there's an age
difference
there.
Yeah.
There's I don't know what junior miss is. I think it's up to 18
Yeah, I think
or
so.
17.
Yeah.
and then you've got 18 to 22, I think, or something like
Okay,
that.
for the rodeo queen.
Right.
Then you got the little.
Little
Little
Mr.
kids.
Western, Little Miss Western.
Okay.
which is up to I think
6.
7 years of age.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 is you can't be 7. So
Okay.
That is
okay.
the first rodeo event that happens in Sikeston, the kickoff rodeo.
Okay.
Is our pageants. So
Okay.
we are now, it's rodeo time.
Yep.
Yep.
So you guys don't judge that stuff, do you?
No, I'll be honest, I would have no idea even how to start the judge.
That's what I mean. I wouldn't either, Jeremiah.
That's a very nice dress you got on. I think you should
I like the way you wave.
I really like that cowboy hat.
Right. That looks great, bud. Thanks for wearing that out. I like them boots.
Yeah, good job, fella. No, we bring in, it's not the same judges every year. Some of them are, but we bring in judges that they have experience doing stuff like
Sure.
that. So,
When you even get into the Miss and Junior Miss, there's a horsemanship component of it. So
Oh.
they have to go out in the arena and ride, and they get judged on that as well.
Is that for the junior and
Yeah,
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're in our arena every night pushing cows.
Oh,
or
that's true.
whatever.
Carrying the flag around
Right.
after the events and stuff
They
like
got to be a
that.
little bit of a cowgirl to be able to get out there and do that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so they can't just walk up and wearing high heels and think they're gonna hop on a horse kind of thing.
that's right.
Say that for cotton corn.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's right.
So,
go
so
ahead.
kind of talking about one of the things I've seen. Has there been a change to the parade route, or kind of is it? It looked pretty similar to me. I didn't know.
The parade route hasn't changed. The location of the mutton busting.
There's a slight
Oh,
change.
yeah.
Just
Right at the end.
Yeah, right.
It's,
yeah.
it's. I don't even know the street name is where
North,
it
I think it's
changed.
North Street.
So-
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
And it just takes a little jog. There's a little bit of construction going on where we normally end.
They
That
normally
makes- that
end at the
makes-
depot, basically,
Right.
right?
That makes it. I just seen some stuff out there, and I was like, it looks
Yeah.
pretty similar
Yeah.
to what I've.
They're working on that pavilion there, so we
the farmers market
yeah,
thing
we didn't
downtown.
want to run into that. And,
I would
Okay.
tell people find the crowd where everybody's sitting down and sit down beside somebody, and you'll be able to see it.
At the end.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%.
That's right.
And you can't miss the mutton busting there. There will be a tent. It's right in front of the columns, right by the Rodeo Museum and across the street from the
Awesome.
post office there. So
That's where it's going to be this year.
on the corner of New Madrid and North Street.
Oh, in that empty lot
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that did change because last year, like you said, it was down
Yeah.
kind of in front of the depot, so to speak. but
They've
it's
already
over there.
started prep. We got dirt down there right now.
I thought I saw a Facebook post that showed that out there.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our equipment guy, the fearless Josh Carroll, is going to have that squared away and taken care of. And have
Shout out to Josh.
absolutely, yeah, hum himself.
We appreciate that. That's I agree with you guys. That's a great event. If you aren't coming to the rodeo or you don't have a chance to go down there Saturday, August 1st, watch the parade. It's a really cool event. You do the cowboy shuffle, which is it a mile
3K,
or what is it?
5K.
Almost 5K. I think
Almost,
it
yeah.
is.
Almost 5K.
If
Okay.
you ran a little further, you'd get there.
All I know is if you're in the parade and walking, you're about running the cowboy shuffle.
Yeah, well, we
that-
talked about this. So I mean, we have a all employee meeting every month, and we talked about this today. Hey, we're going to be in the parade, but if you're doing the cowboy shuffle, you got to go do that and then get back around and walk in the parade again. So you're going to get your steps in that day.
They'll hit their 5K then.
Yeah, exactly. When you guys are Isaac, Jeremiah, John, when you look back at your rodeo, so to speak, you're the chairman this year. What do you want people to say, Jeremiah? What did you want people to say, John? I know you got yours coming up. What's the legacy that you got that each of you want to leave? Kind of your fingerprint on it, so to speak.
You want to leave it better than you found it. You don't want to nosedive it in the ground because they'll talk about you forever.
In a bad way.
Yeah, the worst ones get remembered far longer than the good ones.
Okay.
You want to leave it better than you found it, and you want to set it up for the next several chairmen to continue to do it. There's a lot of, from the past chairman's looking at it, it's a very humbling experience. There is, at any given time during the week of rodeo, you got about 1,000 volunteers. That's not just JC's. That is organizations in town. You name it. Kenny Rogers Center, the hospital, Kiwanis.
Boy Scouts.
Yes, VFW.
I know
Takes.
I've already been hit up to work one night for
Yes.
Bluegill.
and we need all the labor we can get.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
takes a village. This entire community of not just Sikeston, but the whole kind of Boot Hill area
Region.
Yeah.
is what makes this rodeo go round. And so when you step back and you kind of see familiar faces, we've had people that's been volunteering out there for decades.
Oh, yeah.
For
yeah.
years and years and years, and they keep showing up. And when you see that, it's not just it's super cool to be to chair the rodeo. To be like, I chaired that in 2021. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But when you look back, like my name was on the board, but there is hundreds and hundreds of names that should be on the board that made just as biggest impact as anybody else.
Of course.
It's a very humbling experience. It's a very awesome. My chairman year was the funniest year I've ever had as a JC.
Nice.
It was awesome, but to leave it better than you found it, help improve it, and lay some groundwork for the guys coming up, and then be around for when those guys have questions.
Yeah. Isaac or John?
Go ahead.
I'm the same way. If I can touch it and leave it better than I've found it, and guys down the road can say he changed this or tweaked this a little bit and really helped us to get to whatever point here. That's a always has been a goal going into this was. Don't mess it up, Don't mess it up. You want people to feel that way too, to say, know just how important the thing is, because this whole area, there's a lot of people out there that rely on.
I want to get to that in just a second. Talk about the money part of it. Yeah. So I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead if you got more.
Go ahead,
John.
I mean, a lot of what they're saying is, especially with it being the 75th next year, I really can't tank it. But with the project, that's going to be a lot of work on our guys. I've kind of told them all, said, hey, as soon as rodeo's over, we don't get a break. We're going to start working like rented mules again. But I've told a lot of the young guys out there that aren't on the rodeo board yet and kind of working their way through. I said, hey, this is our investment into you guys. I'm booking. I've started booking entertainment on the stage we had because we weren't. The plan wasn't finished yet, so it doesn't benefit the 2027 rodeo. But I tell them, this is going to be a resource for you guys in the future, and this is what we're investing into you guys and leaving it better for the future. So.
It sounds like a very humbling experience from what y'all are saying.
Very much so.
It is, yeah.
I mean, and I think leadership, and being humble, many people don't think of it, but I think it's necessary for leadership to emerge, for a person to be willing to trust other people.
So we kind of have our crawfish boils an early year event. It's a club event, it's not a rodeo event, but it's kind of a training ground for young leaders. If they would share that and moving up in the club, and all of us have done that. And that was the first time I really realized, as a leader in that club, you really don't have decision making over much. You have control over very little. It's just, the guys there are they're there to support you, and they're to support the event and make it go well. So it's one of those that you kind of look back and say, okay, I made some decisions here or there, but it really just kind of did itself, and it was a group effort, and it was, it's really humbling to see all the guys that come together and make this thing happen every year.
Well, heck, I think that, the fact that there are that everybody basically is a volunteer. As chairman, you stand there and yell at somebody. What are they going to do? They're going to tell you to. You're not paying me to be here. Are you kidding me? You can't treat me like that. I'm out.
Yeah.
You'll run everybody off.
Everybody gets off work at their normal
Right.
job after they've worked all day. And a lot of our guys, in the summertime, they work outside. So they've been out in it all day long. And they still choose to get in their truck when they clock out and drive to the rodeo grounds and give you another 6 or 7 hours.
I mean, there's not a Tuesday night of the year, really, that there's not somebody out there.
Not many.
Yeah.
It's
I drive by it every day. So,
Yeah.
The great thing too is everybody out there comes from all walks of life. I mean, he's a barber, I'm a banker, he's a lineman, and we have all different guys from different professions, and that's what makes us a lot better, because we can accomplish anything. I tell people, if we had to put a rocket ship into space, I don't know how long it'd last, but it'd make it there. So
I'll be honest with you, like so many of y'all, just the week of the rodeo, I mean, like, you've already put all this work in all year long. Then you go and you take the only vacation time you have all year long to take off and serve people.
Right. Well, yeah, people that see it from the outside, they say, "Oh man, rodeo week's probably busy for you." It's rodeo week. We start a month ahead of time or more.
Right.
But
But I'm just saying, though,
yeah.
I mean, like they take what little bit of time
Right,
that they
yeah.
have jobs, and they say, "Well, I'm gonna take my vacation this week." If they
I can go out there and work.
Right.
There's a lot of people, and not just volunteers, but patrons, that they schedule their only week off of the year to come to Sikeston and come to the rodeo.
And they'll park their camper probably out back.
Absolutely.
Service to humanity is the best work of life.
I
There
think
you go.
y'all, I think
That's it. Oh, yep,
I think y'all need to build a campground out there at some point.
We're
We'll
getting
have one in
close.
2 weeks.
We're getting close. Yeah. Well, and it's kind of, you drive through town, it's kind of interesting to see too. Explaining it to somebody who's never been here before and coming through town, and I tell everybody, rodeo week in Sikeston is a whole different time than the rest of the year. The town doesn't
Agreed.
shut down, but it gets pretty close. And
Agreed.
everybody's involved, and everybody in town's excited about it, and
Yeah.
it's a whole thing here. So,
Agreed.
yeah.
Agreed. It's part of who we are.
Look at all the paint on the window fronts and all
I was
the
fixing to say, I was
business.
fixing to say
Already.
that-
Yeah.
Already.
Yes.
That
I've,
starts-
I've already noticed it last week.
Aren't they judging the Monday
Tuesday
Tuesday
rodeo
of
week.
Rodeo
Yeah.
Week? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that they put out.
And
our
that's
job.
another thing I'd like to say too, real quick, is you got all the volunteers and all the guys helping, and that is the manpower to make the thing go round. But all the partners we have with our sponsors. If it wasn't for our sponsors, that was willing to, whatever it may be. A lot of it's monetary. They give us, they pay us money for the deal. Well, if we didn't have that, we couldn't operate. I mean. It's not just the volunteers; it's the sponsorships that are that have become. I mean, y'all's one of them. They've become great partners with the rodeo, and that is just as important as any other angle, because without the whole thing, it's like you're making dinner. If you don't have all the ingredients, you're missing something. So
It's
you
not
got to
gonna
have all
work.
the ingredients, to be able to make it happen. And so it's so many angles that make the whole thing work.
It's fun. It's funny. I feel like you were recording our conversation today. This guy is from our executive team in Farmington I was talking to today, and he's coming down, and I said, you have to be here to understand, as a business, if you put out advertising, you're trying to get more people to cut hair, right? You're going to pay money. You want it to return something to you, right? You want it to say, okay, I've got now more customers that X dollars. Now I'm going to make more than that. You want it to be profitable, right? But there's also something for us at the end of the day, and I don't want to speak for others, but I'm sure it's the same. And I know John, it runs a bank as well. You do things and you do want a return on them, but there's also something that you get for giving back, right? I don't know. There's no way to quantify that, but the fact what we get from that, to know that we get to honor the guys that, first off, make all this possible, right? The fact that we live in a free country, we can do these things, for us to be able to honor that. And I know that's right up the JC's alley of doing that. And it's important. John, you're a veteran. Thank you. It's very important. My dad, your dad, were veterans. We've lost them since then. So this is like super important to us.
Matter of fact, the first year that you sponsored, the bank sponsored it, was the first year that your dad had just
My
passed.
dad passed in July of 2024. In June of 2024, I recorded a video that you guys played, and I just said, when I think of it, they were just asking me some things, and I said, when I think of veterans, I think about my dad. One of the last things I did before my dad passed was honor him on that video, and man, that you can't put a dollar on that. I've got that forever.
Well, not only that, I mean, like by coming along and you, like, businesses expect a little bit of return in it, but you're giving so much more than that, because that enables y'all to do more with the dollars that y'all earn.
I was talking with one of our, Greg Copeland. He's one of our sponsors. I was talking with him the other day in the shop, and we were talking about that same thing. And yes, every business, if you're throwing money at something, you're looking for a return. I mean, everybody's got somebody to answer to, right?
Right.
But there is, in this area, because the rodeo has been around longer than any of us have been alive, there's a lot of, you're not looking for a return on everything you do. Some things you're doing,
Right.
because at the end of the day, the donations go to,
It's the right thing to do.
go to the Kenny Rogers Center. One of the
I'll be honest
greatest
with you,
facilities in
we
the
wouldn't
area.
have the Kenny Rogers Center if it wasn't for the JCs.
That's a good point.
I mean,
That's a good point.
like we would have had
Yes.
that. I mean,
And if it wasn't for, it's everybody. The patrons coming. If nobody shows up to rodeo, we don't make any money. We don't make any money. We can't make donations.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what, like you was talking about. There's a certain amount of return you want, but on the other side of that, you're not looking for the return. You're investing back into your community.
I mean, it's kind of like the person that, let's say, your church is raising money or something. You're having a bake sale, and I go and I donate cookies for the bake sale. I don't need anybody to know that I've done that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need that. But by giving them cookies, hopefully they're getting a little bit more money for whatever they're raising. You know what I
You're
mean?
just investing into your community.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest example that I can see, because a lot of people give without even wanting to be noticed. I mean, but I mean, but at the same time, there's a lot of people there, and you know what? It makes it better for everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We talk about rising tide rises all boats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
what we say a lot on here. Rising tide lifts all boats. That's right.
kind of. Can I go back? Because
Go ahead.
we're talking about things like giving back like that.
Yeah.
I mean, can one of y'all talk a little bit about
That's literally
the
where I was going to ask him.
relationship y'all have had with Rick Young?
Oh, I wasn't going to that, but yeah.
Rick, me and John did advertisement for a handful of years. So we had the opportunity to ride those clowns around and go to the radio stations and the news stations. And I'm glad Rick was a clown professionally, because it was just in his nature. You want to talk about laughing till your sides hurt on just some of the most.
As funny as he was in the arena,
people.
he was even more funny just riding around with him going to the radio stations. Yeah, he was just a really good guy, genuine guy, a gentleman, and he just liked to make people laugh, and that's what it's just natural to him.
There was there's well, I mean, you could talk to anybody in this town. There's people that's got pictures when they was a kid, when their kids were kids, when their grandkids were kids. Rick Young was here for 60 years.
Yes.
That's got to be that's got to be a record for. I don't know anybody that's worked one job for 60 years. I would have had to start working when I was probably like 3 if I could live long enough to do something for 60 years. But
I mean, he was great entertainment, but man, he was also. It sounds like he was just an awesome guy.
He really was.
An ambassador for the sport
Yes.
as well, not just for what he did.
and a big part of this community. There's a lot of people that.
This was his second home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the? You don't have to give dollar amounts necessarily. What are some of the things that you say the rodeo is profitable, but it's profitable so you can, again, like you said, invest back into the community? What are some of the things you guys do?
I'm not ashamed to give a dollar amount. Last year we donated over $250,000 back into the community.
Awesome.
Whether it be the hospital, Kenny Rogers Center, we do Doc's shoe drive, the backpack deal. What's the food pantry?
Oh, Bulldog
The
Pantry?
The Bulldog
Yeah.
Pantry,
Yeah.
the food pantry.
Food bank.
I mean,
Yeah.
See my food bag.
Well, I think you donated money for weightlifting room at the junior high last
Oh,
year.
yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Schools. The bullpens or the pitching for the pitching practice for the high school.
Oh, yeah.
Team.
Yeah.
I know y'all given money to. I attend First Assembly, and like for the Light Up Sikeston, y'all donate
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you know the way stuff down like the fireworks show on the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we make a donation to that. I mean, it's.
But that's why you do this,
That's
to be able to
100
have that money to be able to give back.
100%.
Right?
It's the whole purpose of having a rodeo is to make money, and the whole purpose as a JC to make money so you can donate it back.
Well, that's just money that y'all directly give back. You have a way bigger impact in this region.
So we're working on one now, and we should have this in the next couple of weeks. But so about 2015, 2016, the university did an economic impact study for us, just to show the economic
wow.
impact to our region. And at that time, it was a $5 million economic impact, just from
Wow.
everything the rodeo touches in our region. So,
I bet it's triple that now.
Yeah,
It
no
wouldn't
telling
surprise
what it
me.
is now. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see the numbers come back from that.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, guys, we've got a couple of lightning round questions. I sent them to you. I'm sure you didn't share them, but that's okay. That's all right. It's just easy questions.
Well, I guess we could finish with one. Is there anything y'all want to say?
Yeah.
before we
Have
kinda get in?
we covered everything that you want to mention? I mean, other than go out and buy the tickets, don't wait.
That's right.
That's
1-800-455
right. There's
bull.
Thursday night, your best choice.
SikestonRodeo.com.
I know what I was going to ask. One quick excerpt. Talk about the Cowboy Channel. How's that helped you guys? Well, or how did that come about, even?
So to get on the Cowboy Channel, you have to be in the in one of the top 40 rodeos and added money, and then you're part of the tour. So as part of that, they'll come and air your rodeo, and then you get a re-air a week or two later.
Right.
But that increased our exposure, and I'll let these guys talk more about that.
Yeah. How long have they been doing it? Do you know?
We've been. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
In 2020,
Now, y'all don't fight now. Don't be fighting.
in 2020, we went from being on you could get online and watch to being on the Cowboy Channel on TV.
Yeah, and that's live, correct?
Yes, that's a live shot at our rodeo. Now it runs a little longer than our rodeo because they have commercial breaks and stuff they got to bat in. But
Yeah.
it was always cool for us. We're on TV. Our rodeo's on TV. It's awesome. But in 21, we ran into a couple that watched our rodeo in 20, and they live. It's out on the East Coast somewhere. I can't remember what state they lived in, but they watched our rodeo, and the woman told me, and I don't remember who was with me. Told her husband, we're going there next year. And the next year, sure enough, we run into them, and there they were. So as being on the Cowboy Channel has grown, it helps grow the sport of rodeo.
Yeah.
And you can never do enough to grow that sport.
Yeah.
But it has been a direct impact on helping Sikeston grow rodeo fans in Sikeston.
Yeah.
There's people that live in town that they may not Friday and Saturday sold out. So if they ain't bought their tickets, they can't go. But they could still watch it on TV and still be able to watch the rodeo.
Yep.
And a lot of us, you get a few months down the road, you start to itching, for rodeo. We can go back on there and watch our purse, again.
I totally get it.
I'll say on the other side too, that's helped Sikeston in the world of PRCA. So there's a conference every year before the NFR, and as getting more involved with PRCA and being on the Cowboy Channel, a lot of people saw we're unique to the rodeo world in that we're all volunteers. We have a new chairman every year. That a lot of times there's a chairman. Their rodeo will have chairman for multiple years, or that's their whole job, and they'll stay there until they retire. So even with their board, that's kind of the same way. But so we're very unique in the rodeo world. So they see a bunch of under 40-year-old guys putting on a top national rodeo. They want to know more about it. So last year at the PRCA conference, we got asked to do a segment and do a whole speak to the conference, and we had 2 days that we had to speak, and it was the highest attended segment of the entire PRCA conference.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You also get called out for being the rowdy bunch too, don't you?
Yeah, so we hired our newfound Dusty. He loves coming. He said when he came he didn't know what to expect because everybody told him it was a party with a rodeo.
That's an interesting side. I didn't realize that. Now I have made the comment before about volunteers, about under 40 kind of thing. The prices are pretty reasonable for the food, the drinks, the souvenirs. Could you imagine what those would be paying people, trying to make this a profitable entity? I couldn't imagine what that would be.
Probably 10 times that amount.
It'd have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had paid staff, there's no way you'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
And our mission statement still be what we do
Right.
and pay a bunch of guys.
Right.
We're the most affordable entertainment package you can get because
That's
we're a rodeo, we're a bullfight on 2 nights, and we're a concert. And now 2 concerts every night. So
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
it's
And prices didn't go up.
no
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's reasonable. Why do you think it's so doggone expensive? Go to Busch Stadium, go a ball game, right? Because they're
Yeah.
paying these guys. Heck, if you guys work there, y'all about me making $1 million a year.
Boy, I tell you. I'd hire somebody to count it for me.
But I want to touch on that. And I appreciate you guys mentioning the money part of it as far as giving back. That's why you do it. That's terrific. All right, we're gonna move on to the lightning round. Your favorite rodeo event to watch?
bareback.
Let's say split between bareback and bulls for me.
Okay. Bull riding.
Bull riding, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably bareback, saddle bronc, bareback.
Okay. Bull riding or barrel racing?
Bull riding.
Bull riding.
Bull riding. I want to go against the ground. Barrel racing.
Your favorite rodeo food?
Ooh, I can take this one.
Now, not in liquid form. I know what that is.
West Side, Lynn Stan, dirty nachos, hands down.
Okay.
That's a good one. Corn dogs.
Like some corn dogs too.
No, I'm going Mr. Lynn's dirty nachos. I'll make a trip by there at least once to make sure I get mine.
I want to throw one in there, just because we've been in the shoot club past couple years. Jeremiah can cook a dang hog. That thing was good. I don't know who all helped you. That was some good eating, I'm going to tell you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, like I said, you guys hated to do it, to stay out there and cook that thing and whatever.
I got to hang out with my buddies, twist my arm.
Hated it. That was, and when I say a hog, I mean the whole dang hog on a stick kind of thing.
Was it on a stir? Like,
We get it split, and we got we have a smoker that is just for cooking the pig.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It was dang good.
Well, I didn't know if y'all buried it and cooked
Oh,
it.
yeah. Some people do that too. But
I'm afraid if I buried it, we'd forget where we put it. Look for the smoke.
I guess that might be the best thing to
Charcoal
do.
might be good.
Right. All right. Cowboy hat or ball cap? Speaking of two guys with cowboy hats, ball caps on and jump.
I'm a cowboy hat guy.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, I'm in a ball cap, but every opportunity I'm in a cowboy hat.
Okay.
Kind of the same. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Favorite concert you've seen at the rodeo?
Cody Johnson.
He was the acoustic one though, right? When he or
Well,
who
that
was that?
Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Oh, okay.
Because it rained.
Yes.
A lot that
Right.
day.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Throw y'all's mind way off. Go ahead, John.
I'll tell you mine when we get done.
Mine's a tie between Lil Jon and Travis Tritt.
Little John was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
You like Travis Tritt?
I like Travis Tritt.
I'll tell you about that off the air. He liked them some Travis Tritt.
Yin Yang Twins.
Mine was Nelly. I think Nelly has. Oh my gosh, Yin Yang Twins were good.
I'm not a dancer, but my legs hurt the next day from after trying to figure out how to dance. I had a blast.
Mine is probably Joe Diffie though. I loved
Joe
the
was good.
And Clay Walker put on a good show back
Yeah,
in the day.
you're going back in the day now.
Yeah.
Love it. Most stressful part of rodeo week. Right now, needing to be at the rodeo
The whole
ground.
week.
For me, it's Wednesday about an hour before the gates open because I'm just ready to get. I know we can operate and everything go fine. Just get the gates open. Let's get it moving.
I agree with that. That's kind of our saying though, is we got to get the gates open. Get the gates open, everything else will figure itself out.
Yeah, I agree. You start to get on Wednesday, you start to feel like
That anxious energy.
yes, and
It's
you
time
just
to go.
Let's
It's
buck
time,
some
yeah.
horses. Let's get after it.
Maybe.
As soon as we can pull a chute, it's rodeo. It just all falls into place.
Maybe running slack early at 4:00 may change that a little bit.
Who was the first person, I guess, as chairman or rodeo chairman or rodeo? Who's the first person you would call?
In a pinch,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what pinch I'm in. Me and this guy's been awfully close over the last
I can imagine.
year, and I make a lot of phone calls to board president over there. But probably these two guys, unless it involves a leaking pipe or an electrical issue that I can't get to, then it's probably Taylor O'Gwen, Chris Eastwood,
Yeah. Gotcha.
guy like that.
Yeah, it's kind of it depends. I mean, like same thing. These guys. They get tired of me calling them probably. I'll get in a spot and what am I thinking right here? And we'll talk
Right.
it through. But
Right.
same thing if it's something depending on what that person does for a living. You
Sure.
can call them and if there's a problem they can fix it.
Sure.
And, I'd say also probably Clay Driscoll. I've called him a lot about different things. Hey, I'm kind of the same thing. Here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? And I can talk it through with a few people.
That's a good one for me too. I've probably called Clay more than he's cared for.
And
Clay
honestly,
is he's a treasure.
he had
I'm
the
gonna tell
last big project we had.
Yeah.
So I'll call him and say, okay, what did you do here? Because I want to make sure I do this right. And
Right.
so he's helped out a lot with that too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Probably my mama. No, that is the truth. I get upset or nervous, I 100% will call my mama. I'm 40 years old, and I don't care who thinks what about it. No, it would, like these guys said, it would definitely depend on what the situation is. I've leaned on, when I was chairman, I leaned on both these guys. I leaned on Chris Eastwood, Clay,
Yeah.
Zach Fayette,
Yeah.
Ross Meredith, a lot of those guys, Ross, Clay, well, not Clay at the time, but Ross, Zach, Chris, Big Dad. Those guys are all past chairman.
Yeah. Ryan, you talking about Big Dad?
No,
Blake
Wethington.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, Ryan Lindsay. I'm sure when I was chairman, I talked to him more than he wanted to talk to me. But it would depend on the situation. But there's a handful of guys that I would soundboard off of more than I did others.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you're in a spot where you're stressed out and you need somebody to talk you off the ledge, you call them and say, everything will be okay. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine. That's right. That's right. One thing every first-time rodeo visitor needs to experience for the first time.
This year, hay barn.
Cut this out, reefer party. No. That's not what you think, by the way. We're in a refrigerator trailer.
It's a refrigerator trailer.
Okay, It's legal in Missouri.
No, it eats their own.
Keep it PG, Jeremiah.
I'm working on it.
I'm getting drug tested. On property, I would say that. Off property, especially the week of the parade or the day of the parade, there, go check out the museum.
Love it. Agreed. Agreed.
Oh man, you go next. I got
He hung up here.
Something you got to, everybody ought to experience. I don't know, for me, and it's partially because, you're out there doing things. You got to be there for national anthem. There's something about the buzz in the crowd. Whenever the national anthem hits.
Horses are kicking, the bucking shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hit the prayer, Lucia's talking it up. You hear like Isaac said, you hear the horses, they're firing off. I mean, I get goosebumps talking about it. And then the national anthem hits. There's just something about that when you look around and you see 10,000 people standing up, hats in hand, and they're pledging their allegiance to the country.
Yeah.
The reason why we can do that is for all the men and women that have sacrificed their life, so I can stand there and experience all that. There's something about that moment for me.
Wow.
Is just it's a goosebump moment. And it
What a
probably
great
will
answer.
be forever.
What a great answer. I love it. I'm with you.
kind of similar to that, and it was the first year we had Veterans Night. I had the privilege of driving the veteran that we were honoring that night out into the arena. Mm-hmm. And
I recall.
when we got out there, it didn't matter. You couldn't even hear what Lucia was saying anymore because everybody was on their feet and just screaming and just and cheering for this guy. And I was driving, I was getting goosebumps, and he was just cool as a cucumber, driving through there. But it was an amazing experience to be down in the arena and just feeling that energy coming off of it. So it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Last one. Actually, well, I guess maybe two more questions. Complete this sentence. The Sikeston Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo is special because.
I'll say because of our character. There's kind of a story here behind that. There was somebody visiting from out of state last year, and he was from Fort Worth originally and had lived in Austin at the time. And I was kind of showing him around the rodeo grounds, explaining our history, why our arena's shaped the way it is, and just kind of our different beer stands in different places, and everybody kind of has their own personality. And before I dropped him off on the party deck, he turned around and said, "Hey, don't lose the character of your rodeo." And I asked him, I said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "Well, this is a really cool rodeo." And he goes, I've been to a few rodeos, and I won't name any of them. That he said they were really cool rodeo, and then became kind of corporate, and then they lost all their character. So what you guys have going here is you have a lot of personality to this, and
Nice.
kind of goes back to our town and everything
Yeah.
that goes into it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes us special is the character of our rodeo.
I love that. That's a great story. Love that.
What John said, and then one thing that we say, because we got a baseball diamond shaped arena. We were doing a interview with the WPRA after rodeo in 21, and they were talking about the conditions of our arena from the rain we got Thursday night leading to Friday. It was soup on Friday, and on Saturday you couldn't have handpicked a better arena anywhere in the country. And we were talking to him about that. The lady said, "You got the diamond shaped arena." "Yes, ma'am, we do." "Well, I rode there in 19 whatever. And that's what makes Sikeston. Most arenas are square, rectangle, whatever have you. Sikeston's the only arena in the PRCA that is shaped like a baseball diamond. And if you've been there once, you'll remember it forever. And that's what makes Sikeston.
I'm I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really thought of. I thought all rodeo rings were like that.
That's home. That's what you're used to seeing.
right.
But, I mean, just even look. You get up, look out across the bleachers. How many arenas you look across the bleachers? You got beans and corn and everything. I mean, we're.
That's true.
This is home.
That's true. Golf course that was behind it at one point.
Airport.
To me, I'll piggyback off John here a little bit, but to me, it's not just the facility, it's the people. And like I said earlier, we've got guys that are willing to drop everything and be there and help you. I don't know if you can go anywhere else in the world and find what we have on them grounds.
I agree.
And not get a dime in return.
And not cost them money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I agree with you guys. It's what's special about. I think the rodeo, and there are other things part of that, but I think that's one of the things that make the tradition and the rich history of our town make it is what it is, and you guys are a big part of that.
3/4 of a century.
Yeah, for sure.
A guy said one time when I was a young JC, I did a little, just started, running for the board and whatever, and I was gung ho, and I was talking to him. It was Zach Fayette, and he was like, "It gets down deep in your veins. Like, there's something about this rodeo, this community, this area, that once you get involved in it, there's something about it. Like it, for love or money, it don't matter. It, like Isaac said, it will cost you money, and you are proud to be able to help it and do whatever it needs to be done,
Yeah.
just because that is what everybody that has come before us has done. Mm-hmm. It don't last 75 years, 74 years just out of luck. Like anybody can luck into a couple years.
That's right.
You're not lucking into 3/4 of a century.
No.
And it's all the work that's been done before us. You honor that by continuing to dump work in, and then hopefully, they'll be celebrating the 150th anniversary. None of us will be here to talk about it, but it'd be cool, if
Speak for yourself.
He's found
legends never die.
I think that's some of it's a tradition too. I mean, we all have young kids and young boys, and I'll be proud to see all of our boys out there one day, around the rodeo while we're old and sitting up in our seats, and
When he asked that,
whippersnappers,
Yeah.
y'all not back
When he
in
asked
our
that-
day.
tell them everything they're doing wrong.
Right, exactly.
when he asked that question, the tradition was what really I thought just kind of that was the one word that popped in my mind was tradition.
Yeah, I love that. Guys, last thing, give us this is for us. Give us one name, 2 names, 3 names of people we should have on here for our podcast.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna get me a pen real quick. And listen, we started this, and we talk a lot about sports, obviously a lot about Sikeston sports and stuff like that. But it doesn't have to
We
be.
do a
anybody
lot
like
of community leaders,
Yeah,
a lot of people
yeah.
that are doing things that just whatever. I mean, like if
Yeah.
people that are doing something to bring an event to, like maybe
Yeah.
starting a rodeo or anything like that. I mean, like anything like that. I mean, like
And
kind of
put you on the spot, but maybe you can-
maybe mentors y'all have had that former people that maybe
Yeah.
know the JC rodeo history a little bit. I mean, all y'all seem to know it really well. But
Yeah.
I mean, like
probably a prerequisite.
You want like rodeo side?
It doesn't
We
have
can
to
do
be.
anything,
It can be
anything.
anything.
I was gonna say, if
It can
you
be
want
anything.
history in the rodeo, you talk to David Teachout.
David
That's a
Teachout.
good
David Teachout, David Vaughn. Those would be 2 good ones.
I know them both very well. Saw Vaughn the other day. Well, he's got a legacy. Spencer's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I tell you, you need to have your get your Meredith brothers on here.
Yes.
at the same time,
All 3 of
Yes.
them.
You want yes. Ryan,
That would be a
Ross,
good
and
one.
Clay.
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
That would be a good one.
you got enough
They're very
room
involved
and-
in the community and
Yeah,
other
of course. Okay.
other angles too.
Okay,
I'm sure you probably have Michelle from Kenny Rogers on here.
I haven't yet.
Oh, we have- you
no,
have
talked
definitely
about
heard.
it
Okay.
one time. Didn't
Yeah.
She's great to talk to. She's
Yeah.
very passionate about Kenny Rogers, and
I agree.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I was getting ready to ask. Oh, are you the only two brothers that ever been presidents, or is that
No.
no? Or Ryan and Ryan and Ross
was chairman. Clay was chairman.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Other brothers, I don't know. There's been some father-son duos.
Oh,
Yeah.
You had Lee Beck and Daniel Beck.
yeah.
There's more. The Cops.
That's
I'll tell you, if you want to get some really good rodeo history, Rick Adams.
I had him on. What
Okay.
a
Man,
treasure.
He has
Yes.
Wealth of knowledge.
As part of this project we were leading up to, I've spent a lot of time talking with him, and he's just been a lot of history there. He's actually
I had him. You guys
He was
should
our
listen to
50th.
that. Yeah,
He
he
was
was our 50th show.
okay.
This is 78. The stuff he knows about our town is and my wife Erin, you guys know Erin. She's like, Rick, you got to write a book. I'm telling you, you got to write a book.
So rodeo wise, he's the oldest living past JC president right now, and he's been to every rodeo since 1953 except one.
I'll claim that
Holy
guy
crap.
too. I can say I'm related to him
Yes,
through my wife.
that's correct. We were just talking
I will
about
claim
that.
that guy every day.
Oh yeah,
I told him after he's been a wealth of knowledge. I said, Rick, one of these mornings I just kind of want to go have coffee with you and hear some stories, and learn some. more."
absolutely.
Well, if you out riding mowing or anything, go back. It was about mid-December, I think, like 50th episode. Go
Yeah.
back and listen to him.
I'll
Yeah.
listen to it. Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned doing something for 60 years. It's either April 1st next year or May 1st. Rick will have been in banking 60 years.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Not necessarily, I mean, he's on our board now, so
Yeah.
but in some sort of capacity in that industry for 60 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Rick,
Kinda-
I guess he started very young. He was 2 or 3.
He's lived a lot longer than I will.
All right, guys. We're almost an hour 45.
Oh wow.
Wow. I told you, it'd go quick.
Very much so.
Yeah. First off,
Thank y'all for all you do.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, taking
Yeah.
time out. I know it's busy time. We appreciate y'all coming.
Isaac's been over there.
Thank you guys for your support.
Yeah,
means
absolutely,
Appreciate
absolutely.
you guys
We're
having us on. Appreciate all the support you guys do. Appreciate everything y'all do.
yeah, we're appreciative, and obviously we're very supportive of what you guys do. It means a lot to our town, our community, and keeps adding to our history and the tradition and everything here. But thank you for, again, taking the time to be here. I know it's a busy time, and we're gonna wrap this baby up so we can get out of here. But we end it all here. We end it all with "Go Dogs." That's we got the Doghouse podcast. That's how we end them. So for
Micah Harris.
I'm Matt Tanner.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Hawks.
I do that.